Guess it would help if I actually turn on the mic. Also, you could tell I'm in StreamYard. Welcome back, everyone. It's great Redundancy back again, known as CR, like it says on your screen. This is an impromptu live stream where I get to reconnect with some of you out there. Just checking on my sound. Should be working. I hope. I already see some people in the back. Hopefully you're all doing well. It is. Should be working. Yeah, it should be working. I can't hear myself. Just give me a sec here. See, I'm here. Should be working. You guys can hear me, right? Let me know. Because I thought I have a separate device running. Should be working. I hope so. I'm assuming. I'm assuming it's working. You guys can hear me, right? Okay. How come I can't hear it on the third device? I have another device right here. I'm like, I can't even hear it. That's why I was fun. Okay. See, I got separate headphones listening to. Yeah. Hey, Preport, Matthew. Thanks for everyone joining me. Yes, you can tell I'm using StreamYard for this. So I guess I'm gonna have to use it. See, I have a separate device and I can't even hear it on it. No, whatever. Let's have a player volume though. I don't know, whatever. So weird. Whatever. Anyways, hey, it's 20 man. What's up, man? See, StreamYard. Okay, so not only am I doing this live stream, I'm giving you guys an update too. So it's weird. Should still be going. My preview over here doesn't show me. I'm assuming I'm still going. It still says I'm live. Because I'm actually streaming it from a mobile device, a phone too. It's still good, right? You guys gotta give me some feedback, please. I'm just assuming it's working because I'm still live on the phone. I'm just assuming my other thing is just not working. But anyways, come on. That way I can actually see the chat. Let me grab my mouse here. Okay, thanks. Because I'm doing this differently, so my little things that I would use to try things out are not working. So I cannot tell. Okay, let me just bring my soundtrack back up here. Okay. Yeah, anyways. Unfortunately, If you haven't seen my latest community board update, yeah, that laptop that I've been using for the last 2 years is not working. The hard drive failed on it. Yeah, and I don't have a separate hard drive to use right now for it, so I actually have to use an older laptop, slower, less powerful, and apparently I cannot stream on it because I tried earlier. I was trying to join a panel on with the laptop. Nope, not even close, even without the video. So I had to come on a phone, mobile device, smartphone to do it. So, which also means I have to maintain the charge on the phone because I know that. Okay, hold on. Wait, what? I don't know. Click here. Let me just change a few things. So yeah, that laptop's not working. Oh, it's out of commission, I should say. If I had a hard drive with an OS, yeah, I probably could come back with it, but at the moment I cannot. So, and I believe should be adding it. I have the side channel up on that laptop. Yeah, now the laptop I'm using right now is a very old dual core. It's very slow. I can still make the thumbnails. So, and I did lose data because of it. So yeah, learn from my lesson. Back up your data more often. It was so I just hated that. It's just like literally that one morning I was just like, you know, Murphy's Law, right? When everything goes to hell in a handbasket, everything else goes. At the same time, I'm like, really? Really? Uh, I mean, I have some of the data backed up, but not all of it. So unfortunately, some of it's not. You're not about to see a certain little things. I do have some of it though. Luckily, I did back up some of it. Toyman, I'm glad I sent you a copy of that data. That was thinking ahead. And some other people that I made stuff for. This is why I email it out. That way it's up in the cloud and both parties can have a copy of it. So I can still access that at least. And some other data that I have. So, ugh, I really hate this dual core. It's so slow. I have a separate thing running in the back right now, so volume should be good. I do have the side shadow. So, yeah, it's time to prepare this. What's up, T2? How's it going, man? Nice to see you. Just checking on a few things, like I said. Because you guys know how me too. Like I said, I also have to double check a few things while I'm doing this because this is the first time I'm actually doing it through a phone instead. So, and I thought I changed that. Oh yeah, hey, thanks T2. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, it's horrible. I wouldn't say horrible, but I mean, also I'm still lucky I have a device that's even stream more. I can still make thumbnails. Still can do basic editing. Honestly, going from that i5 to this dual core is definitely slower. Just like, I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure this render would have been done like 5 minutes ago, kind of deal. I'm like, ah, and you know, and the funny thing is, for some reason, I don't even know why, I go into Photopea. I'm like, oh yeah, I can edit. I can edit the images and stuff like that. For some reason, I cannot rename the layers in it. I don't know why. I can't rename the layers on the side, which would be over here. So some of that stuff you've seen in the past streams, yeah, I can do it, but I can't edit the name of the layers. I was like, come on, I'm like, I can transform and warp it, yet I can't change the name of the layer. I'm like, really? Oh, I just like, so I might go back to like Paint.net to do it, but Paint.net's a little bit more less intensive. I can always copy and paste the things from Photopea over to Paint.net, for example. So it's not totally bad, but or totally, not doable, but yeah. So I just wanted to say that in the first 10 minutes here. Yeah, just had to check. Yeah, that's why I meant I made a channel log. I'm pretty sure. I'm not seeing it on my screen, but I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, see, I'm using. See, you don't see this. Now I know. Now I know why people do this thing. Now because I was trying to do it. Yeah, so I could. Yeah, exactly. Really? Well, you guys gotta give me some feedback here. I know I'm not talking that. I don't know. Prep for it said it was good. I can't hear myself because I thought I had a separate device to check it. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I guess I need some feedback here. No, I think it'll be alright. I thought it was good. I hear it. You hear that, right? I can hear myself. No, I think I don't know. I can hear myself on this second device, so as long as I can hear it, it's good enough for me. Let me bring the camera a little bit closer. Yeah. I have you guys on a tripod, obviously, so you guys can see me a little bit better. Move my camera just a tad here. Just a tad. Oh my, look how just like to board the tripod. I'm like, no! Can't trip over the tripod. So I could see, like I said, I have the side shot open. So yeah. So looks like I'm gonna be using StreamYard. Well, it's 20 hours at least. So at least I can do something. So I better not squander the moment. Let's StreamYard here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I appreciate it. Everyone dropping by. Oh, look. You guys can see me. Look. The backpack. I know. The backpack. This is the same bag that I showed in the what, 7K, 5K, whatever walk that I did. Same bag. There was a little bit more in there because I added in like a couple of extra snacks in, but basically the loadout is still the same. Ooh. Doesn't weigh that much. I can almost balance on my head. Look. Oh. So yeah, I mean, like I said, this is the bag I brought. So it may make more of an appearance soon. I think I'm gonna have to show some other content in the meantime, since I can't do too much live streaming, or at least in 30 days. So I guess I'll be using StreamYard a lot more. Let me just see what. Okay. hide that like that, Don. Hey, I always want to do that. I keep forgetting. I don't use StreamYard much, so I always forget to highlight those. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, T2. Appreciate that. I see you. Okay. I understand that. Yeah. Let me just kick up the volume just a tad here. Just a tad here. Alright. Turn it up to 120. So now, hopefully it sounds better. Hopefully. I know I'm whispering, but whatever. It's my stream. So I do appreciate everyone dropping in. I just turned off the volume. I just turned off the volume too. Well, maybe I'll just talk louder. Because I was doing an audio test earlier, before the stream. I didn't think it was that low. But yeah, that's I don't have. I didn't think it was that low. Because I thought for sure, I'm like, oh yeah, I should. Because I didn't have problems earlier on this panel when I used the phone. No one complained. The only complaint when I was using this really slow laptop. Gosh, that was so slow. Oh, that was annoying. Because I'm entering in the studio on it. Didn't think it was that low. Sorry about that. Hey, remember, sometimes I have to try the tech. I mean, I can hear myself through the headphones, but I don't. Let me just raise up the volume just a tad then. I don't usually do this, but I guess I gotta do what I gotta do. I'll go 150. Yeah, I'll go for 150. So hopefully it's better in time. Yeah, appreciate it, Pride, for it. Very nicely. Should still be good. Alright, so I guess on the bright side, I guess I'm trying out the stuff beforehand. Because my signal strength should be good. Like I said, I don't do much with a phone. So clearly I need to get better with it. Because I didn't, like I said, I didn't think it was that low. Oops, sorry. No, see. So clearly I need to get better with it. See, you can hear myself. Okay, good. Well, maybe I'll just have to talk louder. Because I keep forgetting I was using headphones earlier. Now I remember why I like to stream on a laptop more than a phone. This almost seems more inconvenient for me, but it is what I have, so I gotta make do with what I got. Anyways, I better shut that off before I get start getting feedback. It's probably getting feedback from that. Anyways, I just have that muted now. So, and I had the volume only at half. I didn't even turn it up all the way, obviously. Okay, same here. After you. Okay. Oops. Better make sure I don't randomly do something I don't need to do. That's why I have the side chat open on my laptop, because I can still do that at least. So I do appreciate you guys all coming by. Yeah, I guess I better make sure. Anyways, so before all this was happening and afterwards, I was working on my bag some more. This bag right here. I was like, before that hard drive failed, I was just like, I was gonna work on that bag, and then I'm like, I ended up spending the day trying to get something back. So I had to get back into this older dual core. Ugh. It's doable, but I mean, clearly not for video. Well, not for streaming purposes. For me, it just won't keep up. It doesn't have the horsepower, as they say, right? The power behind it anymore to do something like that. So yeah. All right, take care, Pepfort. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. I guess on the right side, I'm getting better at using the phone. It's always a plus. So I guess if I'm joining panels, I guess I gotta use the phone. Go figure. Well, at least I got something. It's still better than, well, I wouldn't say better, but it could be better, but whatever. Appreciate you sticking around, Matthew. I need to talk me off soon. It should be fun, right? Oh yeah. Yeah. Doesn't sound that bad. So yeah. I mean, oh, okay. So, as a recap on something I did, I mentioned this in another panel. And the funny thing is, I was on a panel the night before. It's just like, before this happened, I was just like, ah, I just, ah. And the funny thing is, that hard drive, I know it's failed because it's making clicking sounds. It's like click, 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 click. And I know if hard drives are making clicking sounds, it's done. It's done. So, unfortunately, I can't recover the data either from it. Oh, so, again, remember people, back up your data too. Not just back up supplies, but back up your data too. Because, yeah, it's annoying too. I mean, I'll be able to recreate some of it anyways, but because most of it I created from scratch anyways, or I know the procedure of doing it. So, and I actually have stuff here on StreamYard now. Yes, see, let me see here. Actually, I have one of the videos up here. You can see it. Actually, made this the other day. I just made this the other day too, like yesterday. Like literally yesterday. Back and forth and fade out. Yeah. So I can add. I don't know how many I can add into StreamYard here. Guess I'm not find out. You know, and some other things I have in here. I have an outro, so it's not the outro. So at least that much more. Well, it's definitely to be a new outro because I actually had to make it and put it back into here and use it and all that stuff. But anyways, back to what I was gonna say. Back on New Year's Eve. Did I just say New Year's Eve? Sheesh. I'm really thinking about that. Back on Christmas Eve, I was out shopping, just grabbing a few things, last minute things, just, you know, real fast and stuff like that. I found this knife sharpener. It's a Smith's. Okay, right, so basic. I actually found this. It does not have the ceramic rod, as you can see. It's missing the ceramic rod right there. I just found it. And the funny thing is, people were just walking by it like it was nothing. I'm like, I know. As soon as I saw it, I was like, is this a knife sharpener? Yeah. Because also I know Smith, right? I've seen him around. I've seen people show it, and there's our versions of this in our product lines, from their product line. So I was just like, oh, okay. So free knife sharper, basic, obviously, So I only have of course, and the fine, but I was just like, hey, Santa gave me something early for Christmas. Yay! Yay me! Oh, you got one of those? Okay. That's cool. Yeah, so I was just like, if anything, I was doing a public service, cleaning up garbage. It just happens to be useful. So, I mean, I can easily put this in a bag now. Have one in there in the meantime until I get one or something like that. I'm not sure where. I'm like, hey, who knows? Maybe I'll just put on my keys. The keys I have in my pocket. Maybe I'll, the standard keys that most people have. Put on my keys. My keys are right here. Just put on my keys. Maybe I'll just everyday carry an EDC it instead. Maybe. I want to add a little bit more into this. Maybe figure out what to put this. The ceramic rod is. There's screw holes in there. So it's possible I can put something else in there, but I don't know. It'll be a good learning opportunity. I'll be like, hey, maybe I can modify this. It's something I didn't have to pay for, but I can freely modify it, experiment with it, and stuff like that. So I thought, oh my god, okay, that's a good score. Hopefully I'll get more of that luck. I mean, this year is just one of those things for 2021. I just like, of course, the laptop I was gone, the hard drive fails. My desktop, the video card fails in the same year. I'm like, so now I'm resorting to this dual core. I mean, it's nice that I have this phone, so also I can stream. I have to use StreamYard, so it'll limit me in terms of how much I can do. Hey, Bubbles, how are you doing, man? It's nice to see you. Just like the comments there. I wish I get better at highlighting comments. It's nice to see you, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, this laptop's not suitable for it. That I'm using for streaming purposes. I tried earlier. I was just like, oh, I had to come on this phone. Basically, your computer's 14 years old. Hey, my desktop was like 12 at least. At least. And like I said, on top that the hard drive failed. It's making clicking noises. I don't have a replacement hard drive for it because I don't have a slim hard drive. Because the other two I have are not working. So I know because I just tried to boot them and, well, not boot them, but run them, open them. I can't even open them up in terms of, like, you know, to even put a file there, you know, for example, right? So I can't even see the structure. So I'm like, there's no way that I can even try to put an OS on it. It's probably not the work. So yeah. So crossing my fingers something will happen. Because yeah, it's one of those things, right? So show must go on, right? Oh, okay. Okay, bubbles. Yeah, you can, let's see. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now I actually understand. You know, when I see people actually stream from their phones, I'm like, because I've been so used to streaming from a laptop and stuff. I'm like, oh, so it's actually half the screen is like this picture, little keys at the bottom, see my banner, and address up here, and there half of the screen is the chat. So this is why when I see, sometimes I see people do this, I'm like, oh, that's what they're doing. They're actually swiping for the chat. Yeah. Oh, have you? Okay, good. Been kind of busy, preoccupied with some other things too. And did I mention it's cold out west in Canada right now? Like, did I mention that? Did I mention that? Like, did I mention that? Like, I'll play a video if I show it. I made earlier. Very simplistic. And we're back now. Right? So this is something simple. It's cold out west right now. It's been cold out west since like before Christmas, pretty much. So it's supposed to linger for a while. So yeah, but I kind of knew this year. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be cold. If it's not the snow, it's gonna be the extreme cold. So you know, Arctic windshield and stuff like that. Let's go back to the comments. Yeah, the usual stuff. Yeah, the usual stuff, right? Okay, now I know how to start my comment. Okay, so if I start my comment, that's pinning it. Okay. I just had to figure that out. At least now I know. Starting it is pinning it. So 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm supposed to get like 20 hours, right? So in a month or 30 days. So I figure I might as well get a little bit out of it. I might have to go back into StreamYard later and double check when my date is in terms of the next renewal period. That way I'm aware of that. I mean, the last time I checked it said the 15th, but I guess we'll see. I mean, if it's still the 15th, then honestly, I got 15 days for 20 hours, or, well, minus whatever I do right now. Hmm. Well, engineering is an important thing, right? I think, anyways. So, I wanted these on. I just kind of like doing this now with a buff, you know? I don't know. I kind of learned to pick this up from someone else, one of my subscribers here. I just saw a video not that long ago. He was showing it. I'm like, oh, so that's how people do it. Makes sense. You know, you just have one buff, inside out, fold it in half, and curl it back around. See, so it looks right side out again. So let's see, what else? And apparently, I need to find another way to charge up this device too. That's why I'm not using headphones, because this phone, I need their cable, because hopefully it only takes a lightning cable. There's no audio headphone jack. So once I get a Bluetooth headset, I gotta maintain the charge, so I gotta talk like this. It's the only way. It's the only way. Oh, let's see. What else do I got here to buy here? You know, random 0 degree sleeping bag here. Yes, it is 0 degrees. I even wrote it down. See, 0 Celsius or 32 Fahrenheit for everyone in the US. See, I wrote it both ways, just so there's no mistaking. Let's upside down. Anyways, 0 degree Celsius, 32 sleeping bag, Fahrenheit sleeping bag. So, just in case, doubles as a blanket. I can always use this as a blanket. Something I picked up a long time ago, so you guys are getting a sneak peek on this because I've never shown this sleeping bag. I've shown their sleeping bag, but yeah. Oh, you're used to Celsius? Okay. Alright. So, yeah, I don't mind converting. Converting has CR in it, right? Yeah. Obviously, CR is in conversion. Like, that word. Just kidding. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. 212 Fahrenheit, 32 Fahrenheit. Oh, and by the way, it feels like, well, let's say minus 30 Celsius, minus 22 Fahrenheit outside right now. Yeah, it feels that cold outside. Like, and depending where you are and stuff like that, the windshield, the, you know, windshield Arctic air makes it feel a lot colder. You know, let's say minus 35, minus 40. And minus 40 is the same in Celsius and in Fahrenheit. So, yeah. So back early on in, let's say, I think it was September, October, I was like already planning, yeah, bring out the winter stuff. Just in case something happens. I already got it ready to go. It's not sitting in a closet where I'm like, oh, where did I put it? I gotta, it's buried behind a bunch of stuff. I gotta bring it out. No, it's out. Because, yeah, just in case. So, sorry about that. I did not realize that. Well, my radio was on top. Sorry, headphone users. My bad. My bad. My apologies. I don't. I tend not to try to do stuff like that. I know. I know. There's headphones users and stuff like that. So please forgive me. I think that's. Will say it all. If this doesn't say it all, I don't even know what would. If that doesn't say it all, well, ain't no said. Oh, did I just make a pun there? Did I just say that? Did I just use? Yeah. Is that Canadian thing? Maybe. I'm just kidding, but yeah. Yeah. Exactly. 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 Yeah. Right straight up right there. Right. But yeah. So it's a warm sleeping bag. This would be free season, technically. This is not. That's not meant for the extreme cold of winter for Canada. Anyways, I need to look for one personally. I got closets of blankets, right? I probably have enough blankets to. Wow, that'd be like like it's so tall. So I got those at least. I'm looking for one, but it's expensive to get a really like Arctic type of sleeping bag here. I'm talking about like I can handle temperatures right now. Not just like -10, -20, 0 Fahrenheit, 20 Fahrenheit. But I'm talking about like now. Right? That'd be nice. I wouldn't mind that. So hopefully they'll be in the cards one of these days. Such, but I use what I got. Get ready, prepare as much as I can, right? Like I said, I have my backpack nearby. I've slapped this on countless times now. I like wearing it. See, look, I'm hugging my bag. I love you, bag. Just kidding. No, I do like this bag. I got this little flashlight. Nothing too major. Nothing too major. This would be, let's say, could be used like a go bag. Could be. I wouldn't say like an extended period of time, but more in the realm of a go bag or a get home bag. Shorter term. I wouldn't say. Not really meant for longer than 3, 4, 5 days. Obviously depending on the situation, where I'm going, what the weather's like, the temperature and all that stuff. Oh, okay. I've been thinking about it. I was talking to someone. I was talking to someone too, whose first name actually has CR in it. So if you're listening, you know who you are. But I was talking to him and I was just like talking about this sleeping bag idea of kind of putting one together. Because I'm like, well, it'd be cool, good learning experience, right? And maybe using what I do have to make one. Have I ever made a sleeping bag? No. Or else I would have made it already. But I'm just like thinking to myself, well, it could be beneficial. Good learning experience. How to use materials at hand or available and make something useful. Yeah. Just like other things I create. Right? Food for fun. So I've been thinking about that. I've seen some videos and stuff like that, and I'm just like, come on, I got this. I got the skill. I just need the materials, right? I think if I had the materials, I'd probably do it for sure. Because and I know some videos out there I could took a look. People are using a sewing machine or hand sewing it, so it's possible to do with or without tools or per se power tools. Yeah, snow does have insulated properties if it's fluffy. Ice, no. The more water it has in it, the less. It's snow when it has more air in it. Yeah. Anyways, coming back to what I was saying here. That sleeping bag was just an idea I've been considering for a while now. Just because I'm like, well, remember how I said earlier that about how I was always thinking back in September, I'm like, yeah, we're probably not get, especially considering what happened already this year everywhere else with weather, the natural disasters that happened and all that stuff, you know. Remember, it's still this year. I mean, last two days of it, but technically, let's see, they got snow in Texas. Out here in BC, oh, out west here in BC, and other places, well, and out west, we got a big heat dome, forest fires, the heat dome here in Canada. And by the way, that covered like 28% by land area. I did some quick math on it. About 25% of the land area when that was happening over time, over 4 time zones. I think that stretched all the way from the Pacific all the way to Eastern time zone. Well, not all the way through it, but some of the way. So yeah, that was a long. Yeah, and of course there was major flooding in BC last month. Well, this month. Well, last month, starting last month in November. And also we got snow and cold out west here. Yeah, so I was just like, yeah, maybe I should plan for the worst, hope for the best. So, I mean, I guess I should have planned a little bit more in terms of my editing and stuff like that, but it's just gonna be a hard pill to swallow. That's all. But, hey, try. Yes, exactly. First trap error. Yeah. Well, regardless what you think it's cost, why I won't get deep into that. Well, not this stream, anyways. But still need to be ready for it. You know, don't let don't let the past dictate the present. You know, still need to be ready for it, prepared for it as much as possible. As much as possible. I think that's important. Yeah, so probably should have brought more of a refill. Probably. And you would ancestors? No, no, I don't. I know some of my friends may have some connections. Don't quote me on that. I would have to ask them. Hey, some try. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate everyone dropping by in this impromptu live stream where, like I said earlier, I don't have access to that laptop right now. So this is why you're seeing me do this on a phone, like other people have done. And also, it's in StreamYard. Yeah, because the backup laptop I have is too slow to run the streaming stuff. Or get into the StreamYard. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. So that's why I'm using the phone to stream it. I can see the side chat though. Even with all the chat here in StreamYard, I can see the side chat on my laptop. So yeah, Just kidding. Yeah, we know. Here, I'll even put that on the screen. Just kidding, right? Y'all people, right? Y'all people. So, some of you right now, hey, who wants to see a sneak peek? Yeah. Very impromptu, very small sneak peek here. These two things right here. These are tins. 2 tins. Very similar. They're very similar for the most part. They're lighter in weight compared to my tin, my personal tin. However, they have the same core elements inside of them. So, as you eventually will see. Yeah, get that? Come on. You know how I like to drop in some hints in there, so as you can see, this kind of see. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I've had these two for a while. These are spares. Something I can barter with, for example, if I had to. I can actually put them in my pocket right now if I wanted to. Depending on what I'm doing, stuff like that. So I can bring them along too. They don't weigh that much. I can easily, let's see, if I had my pack with me, for example, yeah, you could slip one of these on the side of the bag, but easily. I just reused some of that packaging, two of the same packaging, to put the tins in to keep the water out. And it's kind of more reusable, especially in compared to like tape. I mean, I'm not saying the tape method isn't bad, but I already have tape in here, and I wanted something to really store it, stuff like that. And it just happens that it fits the tin. I'm like, yeah, it's just like, so I reused it instead of like the packaging. So yeah. Oh yeah. See, trying those. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's just put that on the screen. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll get both of us. Okay. Oh, hey. You guys are getting early sneak peek. Early, right? I mean, because I'm actually trying to improve on these too. That's why I haven't shown them either. Because there's actually still room in these. And that's another thing I like about having a baggie instead. Because I can expand the baggie a little bit. I can reinforce this baggie, with tape, something like that, if I really wanted to. But, I could slip in, let's say, those card magnification lenses, something like along the lines of that. A lot of different things still room in this. And for the most part, most people can actually fit this in their pocket. Most of the time, most pockets that they have, at least mine, anyways. And I'm not even talking about like cargo pockets or anything like that. I mean, my little vest right here. Let's see here. And I made 2 of them because it was funny how I have two of the same packaging, so I figure might as well use it. Put it to good use. So, and the thing is, these are just spare things I had on hand. Things I can even spare for. So, these are already dedicated. If I'm dipping into them or people are dipping into them, it's obsolete because it's important though. So, I'm like, okay, yeah, go use it. That's what the gear's there for. Is for that reason to be there when you need it and need to use it. And try. And I say try. not to try, but try. Not to be squeamish with gear, right? If you gotta use it, you gotta use it. There's probably a reason for it, right? Whatever it is. Whether it be at TP, or at match, or at later, or at garbage bag, whatever it is, Hopefully you'll be able to reuse it, but, if you can't, hopefully it was well worth it, Because gear supplies, are only as good as if you actually have them when you need them the most. There's no point in having, all this gear if you don't actually have something like that with you when you need it the most. Whatever it is. First aid kit, trauma kit, whatever, something like that. Would be nice to, oh, I actually have something when I actually need it. Because I've seen plenty of times where I'm just like, and there's plenty of examples out there, and I've had minor experience with that, where I'm like, oh, thank goodness I brought something with me because it was in my pocket, because I was just planning to go down the street for like 10 minutes, and something happened. You're probably like, oh, CR, hey, CR, I got a get home bag, or something like that. It lives in my truck, or I bring it with me everywhere. But do you really bring it with you everywhere, right? A backpack like this is great when you actually do have it. And most of the time, I would probably have something like this. But if you don't, it would be nice to know, hey, at least I got something in my pocket that hopefully would help. For example, because yeah, that's what happened to me once. I had to dip into it. Per se, little tin kit or pouch type of kit once, because I was away from a bag, and basically I used it until I got back to the bag. Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, some kind of shelter is still better than nothing, even if it's just a small tarp to keep you dry. Yeah, I think so too, because it might help, especially if it's just to keep you dry over top. They always say, oh, you can bushcraft up some, or use natural materials. Well, natural materials to make waterproof at the top, you don't need a lot. If you had a simple tarp garbage bag, that's less you have to use to try to keep it dry inside, because you have a tarp. That'll save you time, probably. Time that you can be spending insulating the shelter better, for example. Or something that's on the ground, whatever. All right, Bogus. Yeah, I know what you mean. If it fits in your pocket, there's no reason not to keep it. That's what you mean. I know what you mean. You better be meaning that, right? Yeah, it's all cool. It's all cool. It's all cool. Yeah. Just let's put that there. Yeah. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So like I was saying, these two things are just spares I have. Maybe there might be a video on it. Since also I won't be live streaming as much, so I need to bring other content in. So maybe it's time to bring the gear back into the picture. Excuse me. I know I have not shown, per se, gear in a while, physical stuff in a while. Like, it's been a while since I've shown a kid. And this doesn't count, because I'm not going in detail. It's because it's not just this year and last year. Back, like, in 2019, before obviously, that other thing that has CR in it, and that or variation of it that has CR in it came around. I was already thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm not trying. I don't want to emphasize just gear on the channel, in terms of physical supplies and stuff like that. I want to emphasize like more actually doing stuff, right? Because I remember this one comment I got. It's like, "Hey, Sierra, do you ever go outside?" So I'm like, okay. So you saw this year. I went out, took the bag out, took this bag out, and I took this bag out. This is the same bag too in that video. Same bag. The layout's pretty much identical. Weight's pretty much identical. Same bag. You can tell. When you look at the video, you can tell this is the same bag. Same bag. But I want to show me using the stuff too. So sometimes you'll see me wearing the bag in the live stream the whole time. I've done that just for fun. Get a sense of it too, right? Just having, just the weight on me, stuff like that. Trying to even get better at, like, cordage type things, like knots and stuff like that, hitches and stuff like that. And somehow, I can't stop making the Alpine butterfly knot. No, let me see. Really do like the Alpine butterfly knot. I don't know why. Fix loop, doesn't matter what you pull, doesn't get any smaller, for example. And let's see. Let's pull on this really hard. Simulate some stuff here. Let's see how hard it is for me to untangle this. Let's see how long this takes it. Because this, I'll put bar, and I'm not using any tools, just using, what I have here. Oh yeah, I can get it. Relatively speaking, this is relatively easy to undo. I say relatively, yeah. Take care, Matthew. So yeah, I'm just like thinking to myself, I'm like, hey, I should be practicing more and stuff like that. And that's why I haven't shown the gear, because I want to show that, hey, the skill, the knowledge, the experience part too, and not just, hey, here's this bag, XYZ bag, here's this XYZ kit. You never see it in action. So I was trying to emphasize that, like, don't get me wrong, I haven't used every last bit of every last thing, Sometimes that garbage bag that's in the bag, yeah, I haven't used it yet, but have I used a garbage bag that's just like that? Probably already. Have I used the garbage bag for a poncho before? Yeah, I have. I tried that. I even reused it because it was raining the next day too. Have I used a garbage bag before to lay on? Yeah. I remember I was out at my buddy's place. We were having a campfire. I set up the tarp. It was a tarp and stuff like that. We had a campfire. Now, I did. Now, obviously, I had a degree of safety net, so like basically, shelter was only like 20, 50 feet away. It's not like we were all like roughing it, right? Literally, we're in the backyard, a bigger backyard, but never realized the backyard. So I was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna, I'm gonna camp out. I'm gonna set up my tarp." My friend's girlfriend's like, "Are you sure it's gonna be cold, CR?" Right? Because it was supposed to get down in the 40s or somewhere like that, 5 Celsius. It rained that morning too. But I did actually eventually go back inside, but I used that garbage bag to lay on and stuff like that. I did get some rest. So, like that. I haven't done that. So, in trying to learn some other things like, let's see, the trucker's hitch. Let's see here. The tumble hitch and stuff like that. I've shown the tumble hitch. The Fairmont friction hitch. Yeah, the Fairmont friction hitch. And stuff like that. Also, top line. Where it's 2 loops behind. Go around on the backside. Make a loop or kind of a knot in front. Dress it up. It's kind of like all three. Well, I'm using dark cordage, but all 3 loops are 2 loops. So it'd be, if these were 3 loops, it'd be 2 in the back, 1 in the front. So 2, 1 right here. 2, 1. And this is, I like this style. I like the parallel to, well, when you're starting it. I like this version, personally, a little bit more. I know there's another way, but I prefer this way now more. Doing the top line hitch. That's a personal thing. And dress it up and stuff like that. Make sure all the loops are side by side. It's a friction-based knot or hitch. So it's just like, I always consider this like a reusable zip tie. Because basically it's held in by friction. It's hard for me to open it. In comparison, if I only did like an Arbor Canadian jam knot, it's a simple slip knot. You can see. It's easy ways to open that. The hot line hitch is different. Much harder for it to open. I mean, you have to pull right here on the loops. I use it from time to time. Let's see, like a pillow, but like a blanket or whatever. I'm trying to roll it up, trying to take up less room in my pack. So I roll it up, put the top line hitch around it, cinch it down hard, then squeeze it together like a burrito or, to roll it up. So it takes up a little bit less room, and hopefully I can squeeze it in my bag and everything else. I had to do that on my last outing because I was just like, because originally I was just trying to stuff in the pillow, the blanket. I'm like, it's taking a lot of room for what it was. So I'm like, oh wait, I got this cordage, and then I just went like this with the top line hitch, and just went around it like this, and just kind of squeezed it together, squeezed the air out more, so it took up a little bit less room, less bulk. And clearly I'm missing all the pawns here. What'd you say? I'm trying. Oh yeah, you use a garbage bag for several things: module, leggings, boots, covers. Yeah, especially No, you don't. I mean, I think they're still viable, still useful. How many people do you know that have hands free for their coffee? Because I use cordage. Right? Yeah, you're kind of. I might have to dress them up again, but. Right? Taut line hitch. Taut line hitch. And then there. Taut line hitch. And an alpine butterfly knot to shorten it. Right here. You know, so I can put it over my shoulder. Well, let's go for a walk. Okay. I got my coffee. I've done it several times now. It's so handy. It's just like, you know, I don't have to hold my drink, per se, in my hands. Excuse me. I can just, carry it like a satchel, a purse, whatever, a bag. So, very convenient. And if I need, and because I didn't cut the line, or whatever, I just shortened the line, because I can do that with an alpine butterfly knot. I can expand this, so if I was wearing a bigger jacket or in the winter, and I'm like, oh, this ain't working, I can undo the alpine butterfly knot and have access to the rest of this part if I had to or wanted to, for example. Okay. I should have checked my StreamYard thing beforehand. And I'm pretty sure I cannot do this while I'm on, actually. No, I can't. Yeah, I probably can't check on this right now. I would have to go back into settings to check. Yeah, I'll check after. Whatever. Alright, try. Take care, my friend. Catch you around. So yeah, I mean, this cordage thing, I was like, I put, like, just practicing them, and and combining them together too, right? So let's see here, alpine butterfly knot, or the tumble hitch, the trucker's hitch, just learning all of that stuff, and having alternatives if I wanted to. I can use the Fairmont friction hitch in there if I wanted to. So gives me options. So if one doesn't work for whatever reason, maybe the other one will work. So let's just keep trying, right? Oh, see. That was a good segue. I wish he heard that. Dang. Ah, I always miss the segues. Always at the last second. I'm like, oh, that was a perfect segue, CR. I'm like, yeah, but too bad. They already left. Oh well. Oh well. Unless something changes, I'll probably just go to like 90-minute mark. Well, I guess I'm at 75. And I got one person in the room. So this is an impromptu stream anyways. So I mean I wasn't really planning much, but yeah, just a little bit more talk. A little bit this and that, and a little bit of sneak peek, but because let's see how I'm gonna do this. Let's see. Hopefully, maybe I can figure out something. Hopefully, but well, I know I have not used StreamYard for a while, so I should be good for a little bit still. I'll have to check the settings. Let's see how much of the 20 hour I used and such, and when my renewal period is. Let's see. That? Oh, I realized that my part froze out on me. Let's see if I can refresh or reload it. Oh, okay. Reload that part again. I just got so used to looking at the StreamYard chat instead. I don't about. I didn't think I missed anything. I don't think so. So I do appreciate everyone that dropped in on this impromptu live stream, gave me some feedback, so I know maybe I should talk a little louder or raise the volume just a little bit more. Hey, I did bring up the tripod. I'm sitting for this one. And like I said, I do have my bag near me, right next to me actually. Right next to me. Or an example of one. Just taking a look. Okay. I just wanted to see. Let's see. Back to more chat here. Okay. Anyways. Yeah. I mean, you can see there's still a little bit of room here. So I could still add food, water, those fun things. I'm satisfied with this for what it is. It's not as extensive as some of my airbags or another bang or two I have, but it's a nice balance for what's in here and the weight for what it is. Obviously, this is not meant for, let's say, an extended period of time, but this could be like a weekend thing or something like that. Something I can bring, have some extra little things and stuff like that, just in case. And supplement other things I do have. Or let's say if I go biking or something like that. Yeah, this is. I still have lots of them in here. I haven't quite. I've actually revised some of this too. See, we used to have the zipper pulls used to be like this. See, I kind of braided it together, so you know if I'm walking by somewhere, it's not that I get caught on it because of of the loop, but it's still long enough that I can pull it. I'm really not even. And really, I didn't even really braid. I just knotted it together, brought the tips together, melted the end. That's it. So, still works as a zipper pull. That's alright. I won't have to worry about that loop getting caught on anything, for example. You know, I guess I would hope. I would hope after seeing what happened in the great 2020 TP thing that people could actually set a little behind to the side. So I did. Made sure, just in case. It's on the outside. Easy to access. Just in case it happens that I need to use it that fast. Hopefully I don't need to. Or was that T-line? Yeah, probably. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll probably go till that 90-minute mark. Bottom. Well, it's not the bottom of the hour, but till a 90-minute mark. Hour and a half mark. nice round number. So I think I might as well just take a look here. Yeah, use candy in here. So like I said, this is not meant for an extended period of time. It's more meant on the same lines of a get home bag or a go bag. Within a few days. Relatively short distance. I say relative. Relatively with some form of resupply available. Stuff like that, that generally this is what it's for. Could it help me in different situations? Maybe. Could I give it to someone else? Did we use another bag? Yeah, it would have probably helped them. Especially if they didn't have much. And obviously they could wear the bag and stuff like that. So, yeah. I got stuff. Still working on it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I still actually have room in here, so probably could even squeeze in like a blanket in here or something. Obviously, I'm not squeezing in no per se sleeping bag. Might be able to get a bivy, but not quite a sleeping bag. So that might be something, an option for me, but I'll have to see. Because who knows? Maybe I'll start making my own bivy. I don't know. Have I ever done that? No. But is it possible I can make one? I would say. I would think. Just because. Because I do have something in mind. It could work. That could work. I have to try it out though. I don't want to say it because, well, I haven't tried it out, so I don't want to say anything and jinx it and say, oh, well, never mind about that. Well, I'm not saying it yet. It's something I've been thinking about. I don't know. Yeah. Let's see what else. Let me open this other side here. I guess I can give you guys a quick sneak peek here. Let's see about that. No. Zip ties. I do have zip ties in this bag. Let's see. Nicely hooked together here. Or connected here. I don't use them much. I don't use zip ties much, but it is there just in case. More extra things in here. Let's see. Cutting tool, stuff like that. A few things, still room in here, so I can still add a few more things. This is probably gonna be within the 10-pound range. Maybe a little bit more at the end. Maybe 11. I actually do have water in here. There's actually water in here. With water. There's actually water in here, so it is ready to go. I just cycle through the water every, let's say, 2 months, a month, give or take. And put fresh water inside and stuff like that. Keep it fresh. It's possible I could slip a bottle of water on the side, but I'm almost going away from, per se, bottled water. Just because. I'm trying to go away from that. Oh. I'm gonna make sure I put this back in here. About 4.5 minutes here, so I guess we're gonna try this out. Put this back down. among other things. Oh, okay. So, I appreciate everyone dropping by on this live stream, impromptu. Hopefully, you enjoyed some of the things I said here, and a little backstory on why I'm doing it through StreamYard and not through OBS, because I cannot run OBS through this laptop that I have. Well, I'm trying to stream on it, so yeah. Yeah, the videos might be more common this year. I should say next year, because I guess the end of the year is coming. It's only like the last 2 days to 3 days, right? So, well, 3 days, I should say. Last 3 full days. You know, it's yeah, Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, last couple days of the year. So, if I don't see one or whatever, yeah, I know some of you might see. Um, enjoy the new year. You know, maybe the resolution for this year should be to do something better, a little bit more, learn a little bit more. Maybe not procrastinate. Maybe back up some stuff. Maybe try out that bag a little bit more. Try out that gear a little bit more and stuff like that. Bring in something here. So, I appreciate everyone dropping by on this. Cheers. Stay safe, everyone. Stay proactive and less reactive. Give more forethought and less, in hindsight, try to be more ready for the new year, what's coming up, and all that stuff. And like always, everyone, as our world changes, we can adapt to skill and knowledge get better with practice. Can't help everyone out there, but one can help someone out there. Till the next one for me. Till the next one for me. Yeah, see how I added that in? So it's peace out from the one known as CR. Thanks everyone. Take care. Have a good night.